Blessed ones of the nations of the world, this is your brother Dan Moses Osei Osakodie of TRC, Ghana, saying to you from exile in America, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Nganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo to San Senor, Okukula ba Mauya, Mingala ba Boye, Malamo, Karibu, Ekabo, no, oh, Sano de Zua, Kwande Ina, Nitash, Duburo, Pejalvat, Bine I Vinit, Bariga Lustibita Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, welcome and Estan, also to Walan Anuman. Bienvenido, Namaste, Swagatam, Kushama di Baruch, Haba Marhaba, Wanyong Haminida, Wanying Nyejeko, Anyamime Nyejeko, Wezolo, Novio Mia Wezo, Aquaba to the program. Testimony New World Disorder, Testimony New World Disorder, the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, what is happening to America, what is happening to humanity and the nations of the world, what is happening to the human race in these times of global deception, delusion, and lies that are willfully made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world, and yet have chosen to be the very people that are dealing with us so treacherously by willful deception, delusion, and lies. That's pathetic. But we are most grateful to God that by the same program, Testimony in the World Disorder, we as well get to receive some divine direction, divine insight, that we may know exactly what to do in these times of global wickedness, global helplessness, global lawlessness, global willful criminality and crime, global pandemic, global unthinkable deaths. Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. Blessed ones of the nations of the world, we would want to say that this recording is coming to us on the 22nd of April 2020. It is being recorded. It's like 8 minutes to midnight of the 22nd, which means it's being recorded on the 21st. Usually that is what time I start recording, so that as soon as we get to the next day, the postings are made. So this is being recorded on the 21st to be posted on the 22nd. So Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. Humanity and the nations of the world. In the 20th of April exposés, we had made it clear to the Montgomery County Police, the FBI, that are taking over the 7-Eleven company for willful crime covering to rape their own nation off for a foreign company. That and to willfully make a false evidence and run the company again with a willful hatred agenda for the African people. And we have made it clear to them that no matter what they do, their false evidence and whichever report that they are making for whichever institution or whatever, it has nothing to do with me, and it has nothing to do with yes, I would never accept it. I have made it clear to their national authorities and international authorities. So they had expected that from the day I made the submission and I declared it to us, when I go to work, I will still be capturing evidence and be sending reports to Ghana. But humanity and the nations of the world, we want to tell the FBI and the Montgomery County Police on the behalf of the American people and on behalf of humanity, Africa, that they can take their false evidence made up from this at the 7-Eleven company, Henderson Corner, or whichever place that they have made up their false evidence and evil report. They can take that evil report to hell, yes, and continue to love, to hate me or hate to love the African. But this one thing we know, that the African people, the European, the Asian, the Australian, all of the American people, we were created by the one same God. And we are among the seed of Abraham. And thank God that the African, I am among the seed of Christ. So no matter what they do, we don't care with their report that they have made up. It has nothing to do with that, and we shall never accept it. So they should not expect us to be sending continuous report to Ghana from the job. Like we don't have time for their garbage, because you have made it clear to them. We will never accept that report. It has nothing to do with us. America, this is the African speaking on your behalf against willful criminality, against willful violation of national and international laws by the FBI and uniform policemen of the state. I'll call back to the program Testimony New World. Yes, I've noticed that you see that in the expose on the 20th of April expose, I was not in a dashiki. That was to announce to the FBI and the same Montgomery County Police that they can go to hell with their false and evil reports, which they are generating on the behalf of the US undercover agent. The African is open to the noble, beautiful women of Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, of the American continent, and anybody that is ready to get married to the African. The African is open. That is why we did not see the dashiki on. And we see that we have resumed with the dashiki, coat of many colors, which whenever we put on this, this particular is to send message to the US undercover agent that maritarily, the African has nothing to do with the killer of the family members of the African, the killer of the Ghanaian people, the killer of the innocent of the nations of I have nothing to do with her maritally. And I would never allow my innocent children, Elizabeth and Grace, tortured and abducted, to be her reward for crimes. Period. Blessed ones of the nations of the world. Akwaba to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. Catalista, it is finished. We have spoken the Hebrew language or Aramaic to them. Tetelestai, it is finished. We have nothing to do with their undercover agent, Maritali. So Europe, you are free. Asia, Australia, Africa, all of the American continent. The African is open. If the IGP of Ghana is saying he can hang himself and die, we would understand why I said this later. Blessed ones of the nations of the world, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World. So we have to find means of, but seriously, the field is open. So maybe Chelsea Clinton, if she's not married, then maybe she's qualified to apply. Yes, it's open to all. Ivanka, she married? If she's not, maybe she's qualified to apply. Yeah, but the only people that are not qualified to apply, you see, we don't accept minors. You understand? So, although my best friend is John Barack Obama, Sasha and Malia. Seriously, yes. So the IGP of Ghana, you can kill yourself if you don't understand. I go about to the program Testimony New World Disorder. You would understand why I'm speaking to the IGP of Ghana. I'm referring to the IGP in this. As we go on, by Friday we understand some things that we know that just like Elijah was humiliating the false prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. All this while, God strategically has done what he has done to let the IGP of Ghana look totally stupid as he is before the Ghanaian people and before humanity. The African has strategically, I have given him, supported him with evidence, so he can crop up false evidence against me to get me killed. That is all that I've been doing so far. So he knows that the God of the Bible is a mighty warrior. Testimony, new world disorder. Now, humanity and the nations of the world, Aquaba. We know that we had totally debased the 7-Eleven company store and the FBI, the Montgomery County Police, on the 20th of April. We had made it clear that we were just giving one way of as to how the store is run, and we have mentioned the store 24/7 surveillance images at the store, which the FBI used to control. We have also mentioned the intercom system. We have also mentioned how they patrol around the area. We have also mentioned the fact that the sales and the purchases are all manipulated from behind. Let's get this as well. What we also need to know is they have to vary their strategy constantly. They don't need to, let's say, keep the person that I'm working on with him, a person I'm working with, on the phone constantly to be directing the person as to what. You see, the agents that come in to act as customers, some of them are friends of the co-associate. They are family members that have been recruited into them. So instead of, if they don't call them on the phone, they have signaled them, if you see this person enter the store, this is what you should do. So supposing you are a journalist, you are an investigative journalist, and you don't know that somebody entered, the moment somebody entered the store, the person that I'm working with has moved away from the register, and the exact figure that they want to be registered on my, I should be the only person, the main person that that figure should reflect on my register. How would you know? They as well alert them that, you know, by the cash register there is a glass window that is playing. You can see outside. When you see this particular car come park by the, but this is what you should do. So intelligence communication goes on very, very from the beginning of my work till the close of work. There are numerous ways by which they can use to make sure that I will be the very particular person that they want, a specific figure generated on my register to advance their hit program. Besides that, they do not always have to give the coupons and rewards to everybody that comes in or apply it to every purchase. No. Before they come in, those that have to apply their either a reward or coupon to arrive at a specific figure on my register that the FBI and the Montgomery County Police need for on the behalf of the U.S. undercover agent to make up the false evidence for the court which committed hate crime. The court, U.S. court. Some of the purchases they have to apply the coupon. Some they have to apply the rewards. Which rewards have been sent into their phone, like I've said, before they come into the store. So before they come in, you already know which items to get, and then the moment they apply it, the actual figure, uh, they arrive at the figure on my register. Now, besides that, those that are not supposed to apply the coupon or the rewards, as when they enter the store, they know already items that they are supposed to pick. And when they pick the item, the total um, of the the total of the item which they are supposed to pay, they already know. But in order for them to let it seem under the camera, I've told you that there are cronies, oil gurus. There are cronies that have access to what they are doing, and by that they have inside information by which they used to manipulate the stock market. I've told us that. Now, so by that manipulation, if they don't apply the coupon or they don't apply the reward points, they can also tell the individual the items you must pick up when you enter the store to purchase. Don't pick anything beside that. If to make it seem that they are the store is operating as a real store, they can tell them you are supposed to pick these 4 items, maybe Coca-Cola, Fanta, orange juice, maybe bread. When you pick them, pick another item and add it to it. When you get to my register and I am checking you out, just decide that this one, how much is it? Just say, this one, how much is it? I mentioned to you the price. Pretend that you don't know the price. How much is that? Mention to you the price. I say, I don't want this. The I don't want this would let it seem as though you don't know what you are doing. You understand? It is not pre-planned. But all the accidents are pre-planned. They calculate it and make sure that they advance. For instance, they can send, let's say, a blind man into the store to pick up, to tell maybe a cashier that he wants to get, to tell somebody he wants to get any item. That orchestration is to let it seem under the cameras that even blind, how can a blind man collude with the program? You understand? To let it seem as though or they can send little children into the store. In America, there is what you call, in every nation of they are called what is called intelligence children. Yes, they will let the mother come and stay outside the store or send the children in to come and pick. It is all part of the program. They are all calculated, and there are no accidents. Humanity and the nations of the world. I go back to the program Testimony New World Disorder. This is a very unfortunate happening in the history of America and in the world. That police people, the FBI, people that are supposed to be there for the state and to check crimes, are the people that are engaging in this evil. Now, that you know that the exposés that we make here impact the globe. It impacts the stock market. There are so much stakes, many stakes that are interested in what is happening here. But in order for the FBI and the Montgomery County Police to discourage you when you go to the Facebook page Testimony New World Disorder from watching the videos, they track the my channel. If you go there and you watch the exposés, they would not let the view, that you have viewed it. You will not let the tally it be tallied. That one first person have watched, another person have watched. So you see the increasing. If you go to the expose and you see that so many people are watching, it will let a lot of people watch. So as I'm recording now, in the bedroom under the surveillance program, they have direct access to what I'm recording. Besides their cronies, who need this expose to plan their next move, they all have access. They are able to get access to the video from the channel YouTube without it registering that they have viewed it. The US FBI, they have this kind of technology, and IOTA is just at the fingertips to them. So if you go there, you will not see many people viewing. That is a strategy that they are using. Let me tell us one thing, evident that we know. On in the night of April the 19th, 2020, I have started the recording, and I had completed around 1 a.m. I had posted the videos. That's 1 a.m. On April 20th. If ever we think that what I'm saying, that is not the case. Now, on the April 20th expose, that was the very first time I've hinted as to the fact that these oil companies, they have huge stakes in the global stock market. And therefore, the 7-Eleven company, by using the manipulation with the API, they are using that to rip up the stock market. And the oil companies are who are doing this with the 7-Eleven company, they have like an advantage. You understand? They delight in so much what is happening. So they continue to rip off the stock market. I have hinted us about this as to how treacherous the oil companies are using the store to do. 7-Eleven in particular. So that 7-Eleven is a huge oil company. Many states in America have 7-Eleven. The company exists there. Now, that was Monday. On that was Monday dawn. The stock market opens at 9 a.m. in US. Did you see? You see, I have given countless evidence to investors around the globe since, for years. And when I returned from Ghana, my father's funeral, I have continued. That was one major thing that the White House and the stakes that are covering up the killing of could not stand, because the investors were getting to know that the willful crime covering by the 7-Eleven company is directly, they are using it to rob the market. So the lockdown and the corona shouts, they knew what they were doing. Now, for the first time in the oil industry, the history of the oil industry, for the first time in the 21st century, oil price dropped to less than $10 a barrel. On that same day that I made this, I made it the expose before the stock market opened. The stock market plunged, oil price fell to less than $10, which kind has never, the first of its kind in the 21st century. Beside that, the US oil benchmark, its value was not just like zero. It didn't become as worthless as zero. It went into the negatives. It means that God wanted the world to know that what we share here directly impact global situations. And we are truly exposing willful crimes by the 7-Eleven company, endorsed by the FBI and the Montgomery County Police in their interest. You understand? They are not thinking of humanity. They are not thinking of America as a state. They are thinking of uh, the crime covering sticks, the oil gurus, and what they would make. So, expose we made here on April 20th, the clear evidence was at the stock market on that same April 20th. I don't care whichever fake news or smartness that they might have strategized. They might tell you, perhaps there was one oil company that by the oil company, an elephant raped a mosquito raped an elephant by an oil. Oil, one of the oil fields, and therefore the oil price fell to $10 a barrel, and the benchmark fell to negatives. Understand? Donald Trump has always been telling the world about fake news. Coronavirus. Fake news have played a very major role in coronavirus. I don't care whichever fake news, whichever diversionary tactics that they use to cover up what happened on the 20th. But the truth is, the evils of the 7-Eleven company endorsed by the FBI and Montgomery County Police for the covering up of the willful killing of Africans. Ghana, know this. God made it so clear at the stock market. Now, in order for them, the 7-Eleven store, the FBI, Montgomery County Police, the store manager, the management, the store owner, to make a fool of us, to outwit us, from the world knowing that what happens here, what the guy is exposing, is really exactly as it is. And humanity is being ripped off through the 7-Eleven company. Their stock market is being manipulated, and they are destroying the oil market. This is what they did. On that same Monday, I was off. So my next day of working was this 21st of Tuesday, 21st of April. When I went to work, the store manager, the store owner, the wife, the FBI, the Montgomery, they have all calculated, they have all plotted that I have exposed that the some guy that I was working with on the 19th, which I used to make the expose, he was constantly in touch. They were constantly in touch with him through the phone and the Bluetooth, and they were communicating with him. So today, I was to work with him again. That is the 21st. I went to work. The store owner, the uh, the um, the wife, the management. They have colluded that they must find quick damage control to because what you should not know, what other oil companies should not know, is how the stock market day is going to go the next day. Because if you know, you will know how to channel your investment. But it should be a surprise to you. The 7-Eleven store company and the crime covering stick, they should have the inside information to always take advantage of investors and rape the stock market. So I start work at 2 a.m. 2 p.m. And the stock market closed 2 hours after I start work. That's 4 p.m. So they have plotted that within the first 2 hours, the last 2 hours to the stock market closing, what they would do is they would let the some guy work with me. He's working with me, and then instead of because they have access to the expose that I made, that I said they were communicating with him through the phone. They will not let him use the phone strategy while I'm working with him. So within the 2 hours window before the stock market close, they would restructure instead of so much coupons and rewards and using their constant regular agents. they have to draft in some other new faces and bring them in. Meanwhile, they are controlling the same, they are controlling. And then they told the some guy that I have exposed his purchase of $3.70 and I have exposed the 6 sergeant. So what they would do is, in the course of their manipulation, they will let him go get the same bottle of water and come and make a purchase, the same purchase of $3.70 on my cash register, hoping that I will print out the receipt and use it as evidence on this expose again. When, if I had printed it, it would be before the eyes of the FBI, the Montgomery County, the states that have access to the camera. This was while the stock market was going on. It was running down to close. So what the strategy they were using is, as quickly as quickly as they could, they should try to turn the stock market around by surprise. That everything would go, like maybe the oil price goes to maybe $100 a barrel. The Dow Jones, everything is in green. Everything has gone like that within two hours window. All their strategy, I totally ignored them. They expected that I would move away from it. They told some guy, they were strategizing to let him use me to move away from the register to go be doing other things, so that it will make like I am not by the register and they are not manipulating that. But I told him I would stay by the register, I continue running the register. Whatever he needs to do and wants to put it on me, go and do it. So I took charge of the register and make sure that with that 2 hours till the stock market closed, I handle everything. And after that 2 hours, I also continue my work, continue the running of the register. Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world. This is to let us know that the Montgomery County Police, the FBI, they all know that they are willfully engaging in crimes against their own state because of their hatred for me, their hatred for my 2 children that they tortured and abducted, because of their hatred agenda against the African people. They must do everything possible to cover up the ripping off of their own nation and the colluding with foreign company to exploit and to rip off their own taxpayers. Humanity and the nations of the world, let me shock us. We have to understand that there is nothing real about the way that store is run. No single store in America that is run the same way that it is run. This is a state agenda that is being pushed. Now, the company sells banana 2 for $1. 2 for $1. And that is how it has always been. But after the expose on Monday, they quickly altered the system and decided that 5 pieces of banana would be for $1. Let's listen to this. 5 would be for $1. I'm giving us a proof that the company data system is manipulated and the prices are fiasco. And the company know that they are doing this. When the customers, in order for them to push their agenda, whenever they have used 4, they want to mean that the FBI Montgomery County, they are pushing, they shall compel me to get remarried to the undercover agent. But that is total nonsense. Not even the US president has the power to compel any American, any non-American, to marry any person that he or she is not willing to get married to. So nobody in America has the right or the power to compel me to marry the US. I will not marry her. They will, when they send the customers in, sometimes the strategy is, if you they must buy in force. I want 4 cartons of cigarette. I want 4 packets of cigarette. I want 4 2 liter cokes. I want four loaves of bread. You understand? When they find a joy in that, the more they are able to do that, they feel that they are sounding message to me that no matter what I do, um, what they want to enforce is what they will enforce and compare me to marry them. And I don't have to dwell so much on this because all these some of these things that compare the FBI and them, it is totally insane madness, which they should not indulge in. But this is what they delight in. Sometimes the computer game that children play from their childhood affects their brain. Yes, so it's that doesn't make them to think. Yeah. So before the store closed today, the Lord asked me, go get some the banana. The banana is sold 5 for $1. I decided to buy 4. You see, banana and peanut. They are my favorite snack. Yeah, even when I was in Ghana before I traveled to America. Yeah, and there is a propaganda that is tied to this by the Akufo government. So let's not forget that. We'll get to that. I bought 4 pieces of banana, and guess what? The 4 pieces, because the pricing of the item, they are all manipulated. The total purchases, they are manipulated. 5 pieces of banana cost $1. I bought 4. So you will expect that it should cost less than $1. Let's look at this. We are seeing the 4 pieces of banana. And we see the price, total price, to be $3.16. $3.16. I gave him $10 and my change was $6.84. So the 4 banana was $3.16. I have told us how, in order for them to, but their hatred, to hide their crimes, on the 7th of April, they have to put their evil on the face of an innocent Jew. They have to set an innocent Jew up to put their evil on him. But they didn't stand. God shamed them. 5 banana for $1. 4 for $3.16. This figure is a fiasco figure. It's not real. That is how the company database is set. And it's able to generate the total pricing of items for the customers, for the agent that come in, because the total amount of money that must be made daily, that must be poured in by the FBI, must be poured in anyhow. So the sales the figures that are used to sell the items, they don't matter. They don't matter. This is the proof. This is a sure proof. There is no way that any American would accept that 5 bananas for $1 and 4 should cost $3.16. I will tell us, I've told her consistently that the willful crime covering using the store, it's an agenda of the US government and the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, the same way that they set up an innocent Jew. In the next video, I will let us understand. Ghana knows what this 316, what it means. I will let us know in the next video. God bless you, and God bless my homeland, Ghana. We have spent so much time here. Sorry about that. God bless you. God bless my homeland, Ghana. Bye-bye. What to do follows.